I am back from my 9 to 5. Sorry you missed me. I know. I've been back at work ever since my injury. 6 months. Yes, since Thanksgiving, I've been injured. You know this. We all know this. But I finally returned back to work. A statement James Charles has never uttered because he's never had a real 9 to 5, a real job. Unlike me, who has had many occupations in my time. But James Charles is in the news again, and I waited a little bit. I waited a little bit to see if any more things would come out. I'm surprised he's not even back yet. I've been waiting to see what he was gonna say. I've been waiting to see if he has another response video because he's been kind of MIA on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, you name it. Any platform James Charles has been MIA ever since this whole thing broke out. Because every controversy he's been in, he's been able to leave it scot free, pretty much like nothing happened to him. Every single controversy he's had has been swept under the rug with an amazing management team. Like, I don't know how they work, but they work as fast as humanly possible. Just like when that billboard went up in LA about the allegations of him texting them young. That billboard was taken down almost immediately. We don't know why, but in my opinion, not actual fact, I feel like James Charles had something to do with it because I'm pretty sure he would not want a billboard saying that he texts them young in a populated area. That's just not good PR. So in my opinion, not fact, I feel like he had something to do with it being taken down. But now I've seen information where allegedly he did speak to minors when they were 16, and it's pretty weird that this man has open DMs where this happened. He had open DMs, and I don't know if you're aware of this, Spirit Airlines employees, many of them lost their jobs because they were going bankrupt. So many of them lost their jobs, and one of them reached out to James to ask for some help. Celebrities, influencers, they don't owe you anything. They don't. Sure, they have massive amounts of wealth. They're not really forced to do anything, right? And if you get a text like this, when you have this level of fame, it could be a scam. So usually, what people do with this level of fame would ignore these texts, ignore them, or have it so you can't even directly text them at all. But instead of ignoring it, this is what James Charles had to say.
I just got a DM on here from a girl that said, "Good morning, James. I know you'll probably never see this, but if you could just take 1 minute to read it would really mean a lot to me. I'm really struggling right now because Spirit Airlines just filed for bankruptcy and I have lost my job. Here's a GoFundMe link. Any donations help." I'm sure they do, sweetheart. I'm sure they do. You know what else would help you? Getting another job. Yeah, try that. Because in the time that it took you to copy and paste the same fuck-ass message to myself, who you don't follow, by the way, and probably 100 other influencers and celebrities, you could have applied for 100 other jobs, but you didn't because you're a lazy piece of shit and you're entitled. And you think that influencers and celebrities should fund your life for you. Why? Why would I ever help you? You're not a fan. You don't even follow me. You've never supported me. This is your first time DMing. And you think that I'm going to send you money because you lost your job? Oh my God. Welcome to the real world, sweetheart. People lose their jobs every fucking day, and you're white, pretty, and able-bodied. You're in a much better position than a lot of other people out here who are trying clearly much harder to make a better life for themselves. Why would I fucking help you? Aside from that, 17,000 people lost their jobs at Spirit Airlines. Why do you think you need to go fund me? I can at least 1% respect the mentality of closed mouths don't get fed. Doesn't hurt to try. But honestly, it does hurt to try because now you piss me off. Okay? I'm not the one. Go find fucking Mr. Reese. This is literally his entire shtick. I'm sure the next YouTube video is literally going to be like, I rehired all 17,000 of the Spirit Airlines employees, and it's going to be the real life Hunger Games. The last one of them to leave the Spirit Airlines plane gets to be the CEO of the new company and gets a house and a car and $10 million, and everybody else dies. Go find that video to compete in, baby. I'm not helping you. I'm not fucking helping you. All you did was lost your job. Okay? Welcome to the real world. I can at least understand if you were like, James, I'm a longtime fan. Here's a trillion years of DMs and my support for you. I love you. I'm suffering with a really rare genetic disease that there's no cure for, and I'm trying to raise money for myself and other people that have this. Maybe I would help. Maybe I would help because I love you and I appreciate you. This bitch, you lost your fucking job? What are we gonna do? Nothing! I'm gonna do nothing. You know what you need to do? Go find a fucking new one, girl. Put some effort into the workplace.
Yeah, extremely mean about it. Rude and annoying as well. I don't understand his thought process on, yeah, people are gonna be on my side when I tell people go get a job. As someone that has had many jobs in the past, many jobs, and I have many trinkets from those previous jobs, let me tell you, it's not easy. It's extremely difficult to find a job. When I was fired by one of my jobs, it took me 3 months to find a new job. 3 months when I had years and years of kitchen experience. I was employee of the month for 6 months straight. Nothing but good things to be said by my previous bosses. Nothing but good things to say about me. And yet I could not get a single job in those 3 months. Closer and closer I went to zero on my bank account. Closer and closer I went, trying and trying in getting a new job. And someone like James Charles has probably never had a job outside of social media. So he wouldn't know the job market and how difficult it is to find a job. He doesn't know this. So he just assumes it's something that grows on trees. Just get a new job, guy. Just get a new one. When in reality, it's extremely difficult for normal people like us to even get a job in the first place. It's difficult and it's really sad and annoying. For some reason, he wants to be openly mean about it. You could have just ignored it. You could have just ignored these texts because you're not obligated to answer them at all. But instead, you got pissed off, overly pissed off about something so small. You don't even need to speak about it. If you stayed silent about this whole thing, no one would have cared. And if the person spoke out about Charles, they want to help me, you could have just lied. I'll be honest. If you lied, it would have been different. You could have been like, I'm sorry, I thought it was a scam. That's why I ignore it, because I get these kind of messages all the time, which I'm sure you do. You probably do get hundreds of messages of people saying, hey, send me $100 because I'm going broke and about to lose my house. Please, James Charles, you're a celebrity with millions. Come on, Jamesy boy, throw me a bone. Please, you're worth millions. I'm sure you get hundreds of texts like that. So if she came out and said, oh, James Charles ignored my texts, James, you could have came out and be like, oh, I'm sorry, I thought it was a scam, because I get hundreds of texts like these. But no, instead you chose to speak out about it and sound tone deaf as fuck, and you piss off the entire internet. And what was your response to all the hatred you got? It was this.
People who send me GoFundMe links that have never followed, supported, DM me before, just begging for money. And most people were like, enjoying the video, saying it was a valid point, but it definitely started causing some discourse in the comments, and a lot of people were just saying it was out of touch and insensitive, and they're right. It was definitely a harsh choice of words, maybe not my best video, and I deleted it, but of course the internet is forever, and a lot of content creators are using like the 5-second clip in the very beginning where I'm like, you're a lazy piece of shit, get a new job, to upload their cute little think pieces, be like, influencers are all so out of touch, this is so disgusting, you don't know how hard it is in the job market these days. Oh my god, give me a fucking break. I am out of touch, first and foremost, okay? I am never gonna be one of those influencers that gets online and pretends to be poor so I can come across as relatable to my audience. I think it's tacky, I think it's annoying, and I also think it's quite insulting to the audience watching, as if you guys are gonna be fooled into thinking that. You've been watching me for 10 years now, it's no secret that I have been able to find success doing what I've done. It didn't start that way though. I started from literally nothing and had a dream for myself and was determined to literally do anything to make it happen. And luckily, I've been blessed to be able to do that and now call this my full-time job. The reason I made that video yesterday though was a lot of people these days do not have the make it work mentality. They have no desire to actually put in the effort to try to fix a problem and get themselves out of a situation. They immediately result in asking for help. And don't get me wrong, I don't think there's anything wrong with asking for help. In my personal opinion though, it should be a last resort. If you disagree, that's totally fine. That's your personal opinion. I'm not going to apologize for having mine. There's a lot of people responding back to the video being like, oh my gosh, he has no idea how hard the job market is. I've been applying for new jobs for 6 months, 1 year, 2 years now, and I've literally heard back nothing from any of the jobs. I'm sorry that that is happening to people. I know that the job market fucking sucks. I've heard so many horror stories. I can't even imagine what that's like. Those are the people, in my opinion, that are totally valid in asking for help. The person that I made the video about yesterday lost their job last week at Spirit Airlines, along with 17,000 other people. And granted, I don't know this person. Maybe making a GoFundMe link was really their last resort. I just personally did not believe that to be the case, because I know for a fact that they sent the same exact DM to hundreds of different influencers and celebrities. This person did not follow me. They have never DM'd me previously. They have never supported me on any social platforms. They have never purchased from Painted. This person was literally just spam copying and pasting this DM to every person that they assumed had money to offer them. And I'm sorry, just because somebody has money does not mean that you're entitled. I'm sorry if that comes across as insensitive or privileged or mean, but welcome to the real world. It's fucking hard out there. Nobody owes anybody anything. The universe will constantly remind you of that, and a little bit of effort goes a really, really long way sometimes. I stand behind what I said 10 toes down. Instead of spending an hour copying and pasting the same DM to 100 different celebrities or influencers, you could have spent the same amount of time copying and pasting a job application to hundreds of different companies. Or, hear me out, put in a little bit of effort. If you want to send the DMs, at least spend 20 seconds before you hit send, customizing it to the person that you're asking for money from, right? Hi sister, James, I've been watching your YouTube videos since I was a teenager. You really taught me how to do makeup and it positively impacted my life every single Friday. Hey, I'm in this shitty situation. Do you think that you could help? Probably would have gone a lot further than a generic message. Or, instead of copying and pasting the same job application to hundreds of different companies, send in 10 job applications to companies that you really care about and you think you could fit in with, and then customize your application and your cover letter, letting these recruiters or hiring people know that you're the best candidate for this job and why they should want you on their team. I know putting in the extra work and effort probably feels useless when you know that you're in a sea of DMs or job applicants, but trust and believe, as somebody who's now on the other side of things, the little bit of extra effort does go a very long way, and unfortunately, taking the easy route is usually never going to work. That's just my 2 cents. Just a word of advice. You can take it, you can leave it, it's all good. I just wanted to provide some more context on my video yesterday because I do not like how it's being twisted and taken out of context. It was definitely never my intention to undermine anybody who's trying to work and provide a better future for themselves, their family, and their loved ones. I just don't exactly think that that is what this person was trying to do, or at least the right way to go about doing it.
Yeah, that is right, ladies and gentlemen. He doubled down. His PR team is probably so angry, is so annoyed that he did something like this. He doubled down. Even people like Moist Critical is covering shit like this. It's kind of insane to me. Yeah, he doubled down on a tone-deaf ass statement. And what happened? He deleted those responses later after he got a huge amount of backslash and made this apology.
Yesterday morning, I posted a video on this account talking about how a woman had lost her job at Spirit Airlines, and she sent me a message with a GoFundMe link asking me to donate. And the video was basically me yelling at the camera, being super upset and frustrated because this person had never followed me, never supported me before, and it was clear that she had basically copied and pasted this DM to every influencer and celebrity she possibly could, asking for a handout. And I called her lazy, I said she was stupid, and I said she should have spent the time that she spent copying and pasting the message, applying for jobs instead. This video was fucking stupid. It was rude, it was obnoxious, it was privileged, and most importantly, it was completely fucking unnecessary. When I saw the DM, I absolutely had the choice to ignore it and say absolutely nothing at all and move on with my day, but instead, I couldn't even tell you why. Her message just triggered me, and I decided instead to make a video about it. And I bashed her her, and it was obnoxious, and I shamed her for asking for help in a situation where she was clearly really struggling, and this could have been her absolute last resort. I have no idea what was going on in her life, and I should have never assumed that she was just copying and pasting this DM as an easy way out. I don't know. I just don't know. My intention behind making this video in the first place was I get a lot of messages like this every single day. And for me personally, it definitely sucks to receive messages from people that don't follow you and don't support you, treating you like our personal ATM or bank account. But what I'm sure sucks even fucking more is not knowing where your next paycheck is coming from and not being sure whether or not you're gonna be able to put food on the table for yourself and your family. So it really doesn't matter what my intentions were behind making the video because it came across as super fucking privileged and like I was basically shaming anybody that's unemployed for not trying hard enough to get a job. And I feel awful because that wasn't my intention and it really hurt a lot of people. And I know that it's not that easy. I know that the job market fucking sucks right now. I have friends that are looking for jobs. I have my own employees that I try my best to take care of. And I've heard so many fucking horror stories online of companies ghosting people, recruiters wasting everybody's time, people applying for job after job and not hearing back for 6 months, a year, 2 years. I know that it's really fucking hard out there and that most people are just doing their best and trying their best to figure it out and to make it by. And if this person happened to choose sending out GoFundMe links as their method of trying to make it by, who am I to judge? Especially when you consider the fact that my method of figuring out and getting by was making makeup videos online. I just happened to get really lucky, and now, years later, I'm in a blessed and privileged position. But as somebody with a platform, it's my responsibility to humble myself and to never take what I have for granted. And when I made that video today, that is exactly what I did. I was speaking from a very privileged, obnoxious, ignorant standpoint, and for anybody that saw that video and was disappointed or upset with what I said, I am super sorry, especially to the woman from Spirit Airlines. I did try to look for her message earlier before making this video, and I couldn't find it. If you see this video and you want to get in touch, I would love to apologize to you directly and to help you out a little bit. But if you are not comfortable with that, I totally understand too. I really appreciate anybody that sent me a message or left a comment about this video today, letting me know how insensitive it was. I really needed to hear that, and I really need to think twice before I hit record and just start yapping on this account. I genuinely treat this spam page like I'm on FaceTime with you guys. I love to laugh and tell you stories and rant and scream at the camera and joke around with y'all, but sometimes I genuinely forget how many people are watching, and it was completely inappropriate to make a joke out of somebody just trying to provide for themselves and their family. That's definitely my bad.
Oh, all of a sudden that the internet's against you, you want to apologize and you feel stupid now after you double down in your bed. Motherfucker, put a shirt on. Put a shirt on if you want to make an apology. This is similar to Chaperone's apology. At least with her, it wasn't even her security guard. It was the hotel security guard speaking for her when she didn't actually do anything. But like, at least put some effort in your apologies, gang. Come on. Come on. Why is it so difficult to get out of your bed and not put a shirt on for your fucking videos? You want people to be on your side. You'll never catch me doing some dumb shit like that. Unless it's for something dumb as fuck. If it's me making fun of something, I would probably do it shirtless too on my bed. Just for fucking shits and giggles. But yeah, it came off extremely tone deaf. And James Charles still has not posted ever since the canceling started. He has not spoken at all. He's been silent ever since. Maybe he's been in a few comment sections here and there, sending people $50 for whatever reason. But apparently he did donate money after a huge backlash. And I'm gonna be honest, you would have been better off probably not donating. I'm gonna be honest, because they would probably it's pissing people off more because you're like, I want brownie points because I fucked up this bad. Here's the money. No, it's insincere as money. That money that you donated feels extremely insincere when you know your actual opinion. Your actual opinion is that go get a fucking job, you fucking loser. That's his actual opinion, and you double down on it just to apologize days later because you realize you fucked up. You fucked up. And the thing is though, he gets canceled every week. So some new controversy with James Charles pops up every week. He gets canceled for it and then comes right back because he still has dedicated, brain dead fans. Because I guarantee you, he will come back as if nothing ever happened. He will. That's always what happens. He's not gonna stay canceled. No, knowing James Charles, in a few weeks he'll be back as if nothing ever happened, and his fans are gonna keep eating up his content. That's how it is. Let me know what you guys think in the comments about the James Charles getting canceled thing. Do you think it's deserved? Because I do think the backlash is deserved because this man sounds extremely tone deaf and it was rude for honestly no reason about something they could have just ignored. Let me know in the comments what you guys think. Is the hate justified for James Charles? Let me know in the comments. See you guys next time. Bye, peace, and love.
2 to the 1, from the 1 to the 3. I like good pussy and I like good trees. Smoke so much weed you wouldn't believe, and I get more ass than a toilet seat.
Here's the GoFundMe link. Any donations help. I'm sure they do, sweetheart. I'm sure they do. You know what else would help you? Getting another job.